Well, hi and welcome to Winton wetlands. I have returned to check up on the yellow-footed Antechinus. See whether the females are still nesting in the same location. So I found where Hayley is nesting. And if you don't know who Hayley is, she was the original female that I found building a nest quite a few weeks ago now. She has shifted 3 meters away from the original spot that she was building a nest. So that sort of helps me understand things a little bit better, because the last couple of times that I've come and checked up on these females who are carrying their young, they will build multiple nest sites. So if there's any problems in one, they will quickly shift to another one, just like what possums do. A female that I called Mrs. Gray, she was a dominant female for this area. She was sharing a communal nesting site with a whole lot of them, and she kicked them out and she made that her nesting site to bring up her young. The last time I came back, Mrs. Gray was still at that nesting site up the top of the hill here. During the time that I was here, she shifted her joeys into this stump in front of me here. So this just keeps backing up everything that I'm learning about females shifting their young if things are going wrong. Because there was birds nesting up the top there, the woolly wagtails, and they kept on harassing her. So I think that's why she shifted her young down to here. So this is where I finished up the last time. So I have no idea where she has gone to. She didn't come out of the original nesting site she was in, the old communal nest. So after quite a few hours up there, I've decided to come down to here where I saw her last. I've jammed a whole heap of leaves up in the hole, so that'll give me an idea whether she's nesting in there or not, because she'll pull them out the way. It's a good trick, handy little thing, saves you time hanging around a spot. If the leaves are still there where you put them, obviously they're not there. So anyway, yep, waffling on, but that's interesting. Getting to really understand the yellow-footed Antechinus, how they're bringing up their young. Every time I come here, I say the same thing. I learn so much, and we're doing it again. Well, good morning, and it certainly is. There's not a cloud in the sky. It's awesome. We have some evidence here to show me that the yellow-footed Antechinus may be living in this hollow tree here. Because, as I said yesterday, they'll be putting leaves in different areas where I suspect that Mrs. Gray was nesting. I've checked them this morning and they're undisturbed. The leaves have not been moved, so she has gone from her 3 different places that she showed me where she was building nests. So anyway, this one here, I put some leaves and stuff in there yesterday and they were knocked out during the day. And then I tested it again before I went back to my campsite last night. This morning I find that it's been pushed out again. So here is what I'm talking about. That hollow there. So is Mrs. Gray living there? I don't know, I haven't seen her. I have only spotted Hayley yesterday, no other Antechinus at all. But afternoons haven't been the best for seeing them anyway, the yellow-footed Antechinus. Hopefully I get to see what's going on here this morning with the females coming back to their nesting sites after an early morning's hunt. Hayley just went back. I managed to film her again, so she probably won't be out for a couple of hours now. So yeah, gives me the opportunity to wander around and see what's going on. Well, curiosity got the best of me. I've been sitting in this spot for a couple of hours now, waiting for something to come out of that hollow tree where I've been shoving the leaves, and nothing has happened. Been watching Hayley go about her business up there, looking for insects for her young, and I've had an awesome time here. Learned so much again, but I did get quite a scare twice yesterday. The brown snakes, there's a couple of young ones, only about 1 metre long. They blend in with these dry leaves on the ground. So twice I nearly stepped on them. I was only a couple of feet from actually walking on top of them, but luckily for me, they moved on. That's what alerted me to the fact that they were there. If they didn't move, I wouldn't have known. Yeah, so it's frightened me a lot and made me walk very, very cautiously, much more than I've ever done here before. The grass is up, which makes it even harder, and it actually makes it very hard for me to see any other yellow-footed Antechinus around the place. I just haven't seen any, only Hayley. We'll see what happens when I come back next time, say 5 weeks' time. I should be back, even if the weather's not going to be exactly favourable. If I don't come, I will miss out on the joeys coming out of the nesting trees that they're in, turning themselves into juveniles. So that'd be awesome to get that on film, photograph it all, document it, learn a lot more. But what I've learnt from this experience this time round is that they definitely, the females, make multiple nesting sites so that they have somewhere else to go to if things go wrong. Just watching Hayley earlier this morning, she went back to the original nesting site that I saw her taking leaves into. So she's checking up on it and seeing how it's going, see if it needs any more renovations or whatever, just in case she has to shift. But she's still in that new nesting site. She must be reasonably happy with it. But Mrs. Gray, maybe she's not with us anymore, or it's just the fact that I haven't seen her. And she's moved over somewhere a bit further on where I'm not visually seeing her. Right, that's all I've got for you for today. Been an awesome trip again, beautiful weather, absolutely cooking, got burnt on my arms, silly me. But anyway, if you'd like to subscribe to my channel and get more of this amazing stuff, click on my pretty little face just down the bottom right hand corner of the screen. Hit the little bell, you'll get notification whenever I do anything else. And if you want to go and have a look at all the other mad and crazy things I've been doing in the past, click on my icon right here, it'll take you to my channel. I talk about photographing and filming in open forest environments and in dark forest environments like my office. And when I go on adventures, I always take you with me. And when I buy new camera equipment, I review them and give you my honest opinion on them. So go and have a browse, there'll be something there of interest to you, I'm sure. And just remember, if you don't do, you don't get. So get out there and start photographing and filming wildlife, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye. I wonder if they're ever going to come out of this bloody hole.